thank you very much for visiting my channel today. Today is a little bit different. It's kind of noisy. I'm outside. But you know, I was on my way to pick up food. I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I'd try to do something. Unfortunately, my wireless headphones do not recognize as a microphone, so I'm trying to hold the phone as close as possible so the audio can come out, you know, audible. But yeah, so as I've told you guys before, I do live in New York City, so these are some of the views that you can get. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little bit of a life update, talk a little bit about school, because I finally encountered like a super liberal professor, so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I also wanted to give a shout out to Hermit, because I saw one of his videos recently, like career advice and all that, and surprisingly we share a lot of similarities, so I thought that was really cool. So yeah, hopefully I do not drop my phone. But yeah, so basically life update, I'm almost done with school. School is the reason why I've been going on a hiatus for so long. But it's just an associate's degree, but I finish my winter class next week, so that's fun. I'm not planning on getting a bachelor's because school is just so painful. Like, after experiencing how to teach yourself things, like I've been teaching myself different languages right now, Japanese. After, you know, self-teaching, school just, I don't know, it's just become so hard. And I have a job already. It doesn't pay much, but I do have a job, so every hour that I spend in school and doing homework is taking away potential money that I could get from my job or anything that I can earn from my side projects, you know. So I'm happy to be done with school next week. But yeah, my liberal professor, so basically I'm taking an art history class. First off, she's like half white, half Jewish, fat, likes to call herself fat because she's body positive, but does body positive fitness, I guess. I have no idea what that is. But also married to a person with a male name, but identifies as female pronouns, so take that as you may. And also has a bunch of cats, but she's married, so she's not she's not a spinster or anything. But yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, she likes to criticize white culture and stuff like that, and obviously hates Trump, and it's just overall kind of weird, but it's good for the class because she is a pretty lax professor, so it's not so bad. She comes late sometimes to class, so I can, you know, I have time to like set my tea in the morning waiting for her. So, but whatever. But yeah, that was my first like encounter with that. Actually, I got fed up one day because there's like 2 or 3 white kids in the class, and she just randomly said like white people suck, because she said her gym had a bunch of like minorities and stuff, so she just said, yeah, white people suck, so it's good to like be around other people. And I was like, Professor, I'm uncomfortable with that, please don't say that. And first of all, I'm not white, but I just had to say that because like I just felt bad for those 2 white kids, man, and I knew they weren't going to defend themselves, so I just had to say it. But obviously, you know, later on she did criticize them again, well, white people, but I didn't jump in, I just let it go. And yeah, I mostly just I try to keep my cover any other time. I haven't said, you know, I support Trump or anything like that, so yeah, I had to look around before I said that. I do live in New York. But yeah, so that's with school. Other than that, life update. Yeah, I have been practicing Japanese. Because like Happy Humble Hermit was talking about, you know, teaching is a good job, and you can teach English as a foreign language in a foreign country. So I've been thinking about doing that because obviously I love Japan and Japanese culture. We used to work at a Japanese restaurant. And obviously I watch a lot of anime and stuff like that, so but also the country is just not a lot of people there are political. Most of their problems are cultural, and most of the problems are internal. In America, if you're unhappy, you kill a bunch of people and you protest and right. But in Japan, if you're unhappy, you probably just kill yourself. So it's not destructive to society, it's destructive to the individual. But since I'll be a foreigner there, I could probably get away with not falling into all of their cultural norms, so I think I'll be fine there. And I like being celebrated as a foreigner. In America, you're just one tile in the mosaic, and it doesn't really matter. But in Japan, being a foreigner, I have a unique perspective, and also I know English, so I have a unique skill that's rewarded there. So I think it's a good idea for me. Also, I could get a few jobs there as a teacher with my associate's degree. So that's a good way for me to make more money now than I could in America with an associate degree. I mean, it would be hard to get a job, especially pandemic era. So I think it's just the best move for me. So all I have to do is take the language proficiency test, which has been canceled, but they're holding it again in December, hopefully. So I can take that December of this year after I practice a bunch and maybe get the 4th level. There's 5 levels. Number 5 is the most basic. I could probably get N4 by the end of the year. We'll see. But yep. So after I do that, if I pass it, then I'll probably just move to Japan and start from there. I've also been investing in cryptocurrency as well. So it was a little bit. I had some crypto last year, but I sold some. I sold XRP when it got up to like around 50 cents. I bought it for like 28 or something like that. So I made a decent chunk there, but not enough. I didn't buy a lot of Bitcoin, but I sold it too when it was like 16,000 or something like that. And now it's like almost 40K. So I'm pretty upset about that. But I bought a lot of good stuff. So, but if you want to see all that, I'll make an update on Publis 0x. It is a cryptocurrency blogging site. So I'll definitely, if you want to learn more about that, I'll probably write a crypto update there. So yeah, and also for the channel as well, I want to maybe start differentiating the content a little bit. I think the video is going to be a little bit different, and the blogging stuff is going to be separate from that maybe. My videos are kind of fire though, but I don't know. I might change it up in that respect. So I think that's almost everything. Oh yeah, a little bit more about Happy Humble Hermit. He's also does game programming, which I'm also interested in, and he also writes fiction, which I also do as well. So for the rest of this year, I won't be writing fiction or game programming, I think, but I think I'll start to practice drawing. And because I'm busy with work, and I'll be trying my best to make more content for this website. So my other skill would be learning Japanese. So I'll kind of be pretty busy. So I think I'll just practice drawing for now, and then once I get to Japan and become a teacher, maybe I'll start doing a little bit more creative projects, because I might have more time, I'll have those weekends off and the summers off and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think I'll practice drawing though, because I actually don't really like writing fiction. It's just because I can't draw, that's why I do it. But we'll see. It would be very valuable. I wouldn't have to hire an artist, so it would be very valuable. But we'll see. And as for game programming, I would plan to use RPG Maker first. I wouldn't be coding the game by myself. I'd be using RPG Maker. But I have a bunch of plans for that. I have a MGTOW game as well that I want to make. But I kind of lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, what I was going to say was, it's so difficult for me because they said I want to like make a small game first to like learn the software, and then make a bigger game. But that's just not how my mind works. Like I was a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons once, and I was supposed to make a one-shot campaign to like teach a new player, and I ended up just incorporating him into like my whole big campaign. Like I just couldn't make a throwaway game, so that's just how I am. Everything is just massive. So we'll see when the MGTOW game comes out because it is pretty complex. Yeah. There's like time travel and oh man, it's also inspired by Serial Experiments Lane, so there's just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, my battery's about to die, so I gotta go. So yeah, I'll see you on the far side.